Did you know adopting families also have red flags that they need to look out for in themselves as well? We're going to talk about that today on All About Adoption. Hi, if we haven't met yet, I'm Stephanie A. I'm the founder and executive director here at Adoption and Beyond. I help hopeful and expecting parents with their adoption journey through educational and emotional aspects. And also we help with everything from pregnancy to placement and beyond. Red flag number 1 is when adopting families have not dealt with their infertility first before going into adoption. That's so vitally important that a family gets to in a place emotionally where they can move on from infertility and embrace adoption as well. Just so you know, when you adopt, that doesn't make your infertility go away, obviously, but that also means that adopting doesn't take away the emotional aspects of your infertility as well. So it's important to be sure that you deal with all that stuff and become at a place where you're hopeful and excited to move on to adoption from infertility. Number 2, you see adoption as second best. Now, it may be your second choice, but that doesn't mean that it's second best. So it's important, the subtlety of the differences there, that you recognize that you're at a point where you're excited to build your family through adoption, and you don't see it as the next best thing. You see it as the journey that you're going to use to build your family. A big red flag to recognize in yourself that you will do anything to adopt. People who are desperate do desperate things, and that's very much a place you don't want to be when you're adopting, because you will make decisions that you shouldn't be making, such as promising something to the birth family that you're not able to keep that promise. Also working with adoption professionals that you know are unethical. And so those are important things. Also that you'll be willing to pay anything. So recognize that in yourself, because that's a very dangerous place to be when going into adoption. Next red flag is you would like to pretend that your child does not have birth parents. Hate to tell you this, but your child does have birth parents. Even if you have a closed adoption, your child still has birth parents, and you cannot erase that, because if you want to pretend that your child doesn't have birth parents, you're pretending part of your child does not exist. And your child will pick up on that as they grow, and they will know that this is a very uncomfortable subject for you. And they'll internalize this as that you don't accept who they are, you don't embrace them. And it also makes it very difficult for your child to feel like they can come to you when they need something that's related to their adoption. And a lot of times children want to have a relationship with their birth family as well. So you can't just pretend that your child doesn't have birth parents. And the last one is that you do not plan to tell your child that they're adopted. Don't even go down that path, because it's going to come back to bite you. I promise you. I don't know when, but it will come back to bite you. And it also shrouds and makes the adoption secret, or something that's embarrassing, or and then when your child does find out, because they will find out, it just will really hurt your relationship a great deal, and they will really hurt the trust that they have in you as their parents, because they're wondering, if you didn't share this with me, what else are you not sharing with me? And it just really harms your relationship a great deal. And so please plan on telling your child they're adopted from the very beginning. There's nothing to be ashamed of that they're adopted, and it helps them embrace who they are and to always grow up knowing who they are. And also ever DNA will rat you out. This even goes beyond adoption. This goes if you used a surrogate for your adoption, or if you did an embryo adoption. It's going to come out someday, even just through the simple little projects they do in middle school about what blood type you have. If they figure out you've got a different blood type, that there's no way possible that they could have the blood type that they have, they're going to figure out something's wrong. So just don't do that. Just tell them from the very beginning that they're adopted, and that is the best practice. So recognize these red flags in yourself before you start the adoption process. Make sure you deal with these red flags before you begin. Now, that's not to say that these feelings are wrong. these feelings are wrong if you're going to move forward with adoption. So be sure you deal with these feelings and come to a comfortable place with them before you move on. So I want to thank you for watching, and please hit the subscribe button. And I want you to rest assured that you're in the right place for the adoption information that you need to build your family in its own unique way. Thanks so much. Bye.